아니란 말인데 됐어.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the THIMPHU Stadium for BUB Bhutan Women's National League 2026. Today's match we have is between THIMPHU City Women FC versus GELEPHU Girls Academy Under 17. Let us welcome the teams of THIMPHU City Women FC and GELEPHU Girls Academy Under 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, to THIMPHU and welcome back to match day 8 of the BOP Women's National League. And right now we have 15 battles. THIMPHU City Women's facing off against GELEPHU Girls Academy, the under 17s. THIMPHU City definitely looking like a stronger team coming into this, had a solid 3-1 win against Roscoe United Ladies. GELEPHU Girls Academy under 17 still no win at 8-0 loss against RTC. But they will be looking to change the storyline here today as we await the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able to, please rise for the national anthem.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to quite a chilly evening here in THIMPHU. It is 2 p.m. here at Limitang, THIMPHU. A little bit of rain falling over here at Limitang. But here are the lineups for both teams as we start this Match day 8 for THIMPHU City women. If you follow their page on Facebook, you did see they made a new signing and from Nepal. Goalkeeper for Church Boys United, Leela Joshi, 21 on goal for THIMPHU City. Did not see her in their first game against Transport United, but this time she will be bolstering the back line for THIMPHU City. As always, the captain, Pemucharin, sitting number 6. Somchorin for Karmazangmo, 9. Sherabongmo, 10. Priyagale, 11. Sunita, 13. Taniwangmo Tamang, 14. Holali Ativo, 28. Tringyangdin, 29. And Zangmo at 30. GELEPHU Girls Academy, on the other hand, has not registered a win. Is at the bottom of the table, joined by a couple of others. This is their second match. Their starting lineup, Kezongmo. Their goalkeeper at 1, Teshin Dolka. Their captain, number 4, Kinetsuki Doji. Number 2, Choki Wangmo. 5, Ugensomo. 6, Rizipe Mochorin. 7, Kandutsomo. 8, Kinden Sonam Tsogel. 10, Sompe Mochorin. 11, Sangejema. 12, Andrea Daji at 19. The officials for today, the main referee, Tsiring Chorin, assisted by Pema and Hastabadar Rai. The fourth official for today, Meera Tamang. As for the head coaches, it is Lakshmi Suba for THIMPHU City, assisted by Syed Irtaza Hussain, who you will be seeing a vocal presence out on the side for THIMPHU City. For GELEPHU Girls Academy under 17, it will be Anju, who recently signed alongside Mario for BFF. Foreign signings to coach the academy sides for the women's academy. They will be assisted by Sheriff Gelmo, team manager Kramachuki, and goalkeeper coach Ngong Chizom. At this point, definitely looking like it will be heavily one-sided in favor of THIMPHU City. So far, they have only played against Transport United, where they only managed to find 3 goals, one by the way of Pemucharan, one by the way of Alali. But it was against one of the tougher matchups. GELEPHU Academy under 17 will have an opportunity for redemption. Again, they are coming off of a brutal 8-0 loss against RTC. So they will be looking to change things up as we await the countdown to kick things off. So far, brutal exchanges back and forth. THIMPHU City definitely the more dominant side coming into this match. A lot of expectations for their team. So far, the Giants in the Women's National League has seen no shortage of blizzard upon blizzard of goals falling towards the opponent's net. RTC, 16 goals combined, no goals conceded in their 2 matches. But women's, despite conceding 8 goals against RTC nil in their opening match, they did come back again. Scored a brutal onslaught of goals against Sirang women, 16 in 1 match. Transport United, again the other giant, despite their loss against THIMPHU City. This very same THIMPHU City without Leela Joshi put up a dominant display yesterday against United Fencing. Couldn't find a response against their brutal dozen. Unfortunate first couple of minutes here for GELEPHU Academy under 17. physicality of this game definitely on full display as a player is being helped out. Unfortunate loss there for GELEPHU Academy girls. Rayadaji has been helped out. Was a crucial side in their first performance. Definitely will be missing them as there is a brilliant pass from Holali up to Sunita. But challenge right on time. Sends it out for a goal kick. Brilliant help there in the back line by Kindan Somsogil. Again, although there are other teams that are looking to contend RTC, especially with this squad full of national squad players, THIMPHU City is definitely a team you cannot disrespect. Their three-pronged attack in Holali, Pemachuran and Sunita making up the front three is especially dangerous. Do not need a midfield. They can set things up for themselves. As there again, Pemachuran looks to set up Holali. Super explosive in the number 28 for THIMPHU City. Definitely a signing you have to watch out for. There is Holali. Pass attempted out to that right front. This time does not quite get there, but as always has been the story throughout both competitions, the opening couple of minutes will be very, very important to get your nerves out. So at this point, what GELEPHU Academy will need to do is simply keep the score at the 0-0 mark where it is until they can find their footing. Conceding in the early minutes will set the tone for the rest of the match, and for a team as dangerous as THIMPHU City, it will be dangerous opportunity as there is a left-footed cross in from Sunita, intercepted. City with the chance. They have strong personnel, especially given the age. Definitely the upper hand in terms of physical development, which they cannot take advantage of right now. Scramble in midfield, sent right back. Tanuangmo. Pass a bit short, and THIMPHU City will be forced to restart. Somchoren options down. Tanuangmo. There is Sunita on that left. A natural, supernatural burst of speed from the number 17, as she is known for. But it is Pemachuran. Pass delivered right at the edge of the box. Sunita with the advantage. First cross, left foot, not quite. Tanuangmo. Also, we are checking any issues with the sound, but it seems everything is all right from our part. So our sincerest apologies if issues are being detected in your device, but realistically there's not much we can do less. So on our side it seems like it's working well, but we will keep looking into it and try to find something that might be off for you guys. But until then, do have patience and do understand everything seems all right from our part. But anyways, back into this match, THIMPHU City quite unable to use the forwards they have right now. GELEPHU Academy, especially under Anju, doing a solid job defensively. We did see a similar philosophy yesterday with United Fencing as well. Transport United, a solid half, had 9 goals as we went into half time, I believe. But in the second half, their defensive efforts simply jumped up 2 levels. Held them down to 3 goals, I believe, in the second half, which helped their efforts dramatically. GELEPHU Academy will have to commit entirely towards defense in this match. Any scattered efforts in their backline will lead to a plethora of goals after goals. Also, to the fans of Leela Joshi, she is playing for THIMPHU City Women in red. Their opponents, GELEPHU Girls Academy under 17 in yellow. There again, Hulali Ativo, a specimen up front for THIMPHU City. What a brilliant signing. Her capacity, her full potential, fully displayed against Transport United ladies, who did a brilliant job, in fact, holding them down to simply 3 goals. Given the brutal arsenal THIMPHU City women have. Transport United ladies simply could not find an answer to the pace from both left and right, from Hulali and Sunita. But did a solid job. Regardless, GELEPHU Academy seems to be looking to beat that pace with simply numbers. They are doubling Hulali. Should make things easier given the presence of their captain, Deshindolka, in the back line, helping out with the efforts as well. Ball breaches through. Sunita, Zangmo up there as well. Sunita will look to get that left-footed delivery in, but easy save there for Kezawangmo. Solid attack there, had Zangmo in the middle. Hulali in the opposite flank. But it is Sunita after all. THIMPHU City. There again, that burst of pace from 28, Hulali Ativo. If the Academy girls leave an open lane for her to commit to sprints like that, it will be a difficult story at the end of the 90 minutes. But right now, it is still a deadlock at the 10-minute mark. Academy doing a solid job defensively. They are not losing out at all in midfield. They are not scrambling, which has been an issue we've seen with Tirang Women's and United Fencing Women's. And it has turned out to be beautiful, beautiful football. This is a complete mismatch in terms of ability. Given the goals the Academy girls conceded against RTC, so far a solid outing for them. There again, brilliant composure. That pass might have been a bit too hard, but then it is still the first build-up for GELEPHU Academy. Again, the tools of the physicality in this match desperately making its weight obvious to the Academy girls. So far it has been a solid opening. as always, questions as to how long they can keep it up for. Rhea Daji already went out. Kenzie Ito subbed in for Rhea. Is scrambling out. Bounce, but this time throw in. Brilliantly placed. Kenisuke. That's the ball, but Sunita, brilliant job. It is somewhat up front. Narrow advantage. THIMPHU City almost taking brilliant use of that opportunity. As we seem to lack a ball to bring back into play, but we do have it in the end. Tenongo played up to Zhangmo, but that pass misread. Brilliant footwork there. Kinan Sonam. Bimchorin sets up Holali on that left, has that one-on-one shot right towards the extended goalkeeper. Sunita does a great job recovering again. A missed pass. Zhangmo got completely out of position twice. But what a brilliant job from Kezan Wangmo to deny that effort from Holali, that burst of pace. Again, a threat to be respected. A reminder time and time again to the Academy girls as THIMPHU City gets yet another throw-in. Header, not quite enough power there, and it will be off to the races. Kamazangmo, solid job sending it back to Leela Joshi. Might have been her first touch of the day in possession. Bimchorin, brilliant job keeping it away. Priya beats her first. Defender closing in, but pass right off to Zhangmo, who is not quite in possession again. Sunita. Options in Bimchorin. Has the space to make the read she wants. Smart decision from THIMPHU City to bait out the defense, bait out the pressure from GELEPHU Academy girls, but so far not quite the opening they want. They are getting the runs in from Holali and Sunita up front, but the passes are simply being sent a bit too far forward. It is proving itself to be quite a narrow angle to get their shots in. Sunita already got a couple of shots in. So did Holali, but both came from the narrow angles on the left flank. Not quite enough, and brilliant job positioning from Kezan Wangmo to deny both of them. Pass towards Holali deflected. Chokeomo for the rescue, but it will be ever so close to their goal posts. City. Up to Holali, right foot, that has power, but far off to that left to prove any threat to Kezan Wangmo. Out of the giants in this team, I do believe THIMPHU City is currently the only team to not have scored in the first 15 minutes in the Women's League. A standout defensive performance from GELEPHU Academy girls, also contributed by the fact that THIMPHU City are struggling to get their passes in, their positioning not as great as they would have liked. Also fantastic shot stopping from Kezawangmo, keeping the score where it is right now, but does not feel like we will be staying at that point for quite a while, as there is Sharap, pass played out to Holali, back pass misfires. Tenzito, seems like she is back up after that close call with once she went down early on. Daji, who was crucial in only keeping RTC to 8 goals, has been sent off early after going down after that challenge. But at this point does not seem like her team is shattered in any way after her loss. Tanyongmo throw into Holali. Pass back might have waited a bit too long. Challenge comes right in. Solid from Rizbe Machurin to send it off City and earns themselves back a throw-in. Brilliant job clearing it off. Zamo pass not quite there. Also committing to that run, but was a bit offside. This time will be Leela. First time in this match the goalkeeper had to do anything. Not quite the danger there, but Ito. Solid job from the GELEPHU Academy girls. The under-17s as well, performing much better than their first job. Their head coach Anju Turambekar definitely did something new, something fun, something interesting, as her girls are definitely playing their levels worth. Olali had the triple team against her. Challenge came in clean, but it will be throw-in for Timber City. Throw-in by the Academy girls, played right to Pemachar, and that back pass not quite there. Yesterday, on the other hand, Transport United ladies, a fantastic semblance of a lineup. Definitely does not have the strongest roster, but after their performance yesterday has proved that they are one of the best teams in the Women's League. Their passes solid, their one touches, no shortage, their chemistry on point. It was amazing to watch. Beautiful football on display from the side of Transport United ladies. Definitely earned their keep, went slow, did sub off their starters in the second half. Used up all of their bench, of which they had 4 in their match yesterday against United Fencing. But it was a beautiful sight to see. Timber City right now, definitely one of the best rosters, the best lineups, at least on paper. But GELEPHU Academy under-17 somehow shutting off their attacks wave after wave at the 20-minute mark, and without a goal, a sight we have not yet seen from a team contending here in the Women's National League. Also, as a reminder to our viewers who are joining in new with regards to the format of the Women's National League, it seems like we have divided it into a tier system. This is currently 10 teams playing in tier 3. Everyone will play against all the other teams, and the top 6 will be promoted up to tier 1. The remaining 4 left in tier 2. This is so that the teams can sort themselves out, and the teams who are more on par with each other play against each other. That way we avoid the wide margins that we typically see here in the women's competition. Last year it was a common sight to see a scoreline of 20 goals, I believe even 40 goals once. So in order to avoid a repeat of that happening, this is a necessary sorting system. Might not be competitive football right now between a couple of matchups. We have to acknowledge there is a solid gap between teams contending for the title and teams at the bottom. So after this sorting, and hopefully once the tier system implements itself and we are back to tier 1 and 2, well, there should be more competitive football, more entertaining matches, teams on par with each other, and a balance in terms of competition, which is always fun to watch. Karmazongmo. Shot sent right off. High into the air. Thought it was going into the stands, but it was kept right there as THIMPHU City have the Academy Girls bringing it right to their doorsteps. Leela Joshi almost awakened by that, had nothing to do the entire match. But there again, Sunita, Pimashar and Holali, the three that they simply need to get one in, but right now they have been ineffective. Kamazongmo up against Tenzi Itzo, who had no chance. All sight of the ball blocked by Karmazongmo alongside Sring Yangdin and City's last year's goalkeeper. She is one of the brighter talents in football in the women's scene from Samtsi. Did grow up seeing them play for our school, and it is nice to see them performing at the best league we have here in Bhutan. Academy Girls definitely bringing it closer and closer. At the other side, you might see Holali being marked by two players. Definitely the effort they need. Well earned respect from the side of 28 for City as that attack fizzles out yet again. Almost a miscommunication there in the back line. Leela Joshi not expecting that ball. Let it roll off towards the 21. Pass from Leela. Sunita not quite the control to keep it for herself as Academy tried to take it forth, but denied again by Tani Wangmo. There's Anju as well. Definitely going to be happy with her girl's performance here. As we near the half an hour mark, so far has been a solid 25 minutes of football. Definitely looks like it will be kept on for a bit longer as THIMPHU City forced into sending it off for a corner, and the Academy Girls might be on the verge of getting their own in. Again, THIMPHU City, I believe we've seen an own goal from their side early on in their matchup against the Transport United ladies. No shortage of goals from corners, no shortage of own goals from corners. Can it be the opening into the score sheet here today? Quick movements by the Academy Girls. Delivery right inside. Had the space to make that header, but eyes shut, simply prayed for contact. Not quite the technique you would like. A solid job from the Academy Girls. Definitely opening up lots of new pathways for a goal from their side, as there again yet another slip up from City's defense. Namcharan doing a great job letting it roll behind her. Holali with that shove might have been her entire elbow outstretched, but not quite enough to warrant a call as Holali herself goes down. That shot directly into her face as finally the whistle for attention towards Holali Ativo. Again, I do believe that there should have been a goal against Holali. Completely extended arm. Not quite sure if that much contact is allowed. But Smart use of momentum against the defender. That clearance struck Holali right in the face. We know how stunning that can be. Always a canon event for every little kid who grows up playing football. But as she gains her senses back, we are back in play. Solid. Clearance there. Leela. Pass played short to Deshendorka. Apologies, Somchorin. Solid clearance there by THIMPHU City Women's. Header again equally as powerful, sends it right off to the side. And the Academy girls will get to regroup. The pressure definitely building up. Holali is back in the pitch as well, but unfazed, unbothered. Brilliant composure. Kanutsomo takes it up herself, but not quite enough to beat the physical challenges being thrown their way from the senior THIMPHU City Women's. Holali, brilliant press. Pimacharan might get to there. Sunita, showdown in pace, which we have no doubt that she will lose. Solid effort equally as well. Deshendorka kept stride against Sunita, sent it out for a throw-in. There again, yet another crucial involvement from the captain, Deshendorka. What a surprise it has been in this match. We do have to acknowledge the sheer resilience and grit. I did say it in the match before. Sirang Women's in their face-off against Paro Women's, if there is a gap in physical ability and skill, the only way you can make up for that gap is through sheer effort and endurance. You simply do not give up, and in the few moments where the opposition, despite how strong they are, simply loses their cool for even just a minute, that is where you take advantage. And the Academy girls at this point simply doing that to perfection, might I add. Always love an underdog story. The Academy girls definitely the underdogs going into this, coming off of a brutal loss in their first outing. This is their second match, the same for THIMPHU City. But THIMPHU City has 3 points already. GELEPHU Academy, an 8-0 loss against RTC, the reigning champions. But as they creep ever so slowly, their pressure, a solid job. No clean throw-ins in, as it has again been intercepted. Solid job from Kanutsomo. Zangmo, this time properly involved in the play. Holali up front against Pimadorka. Holali slips, but her physicality enough to retain possession. Challenge clean. Not much strength in that clearance, but Holali was way too off balance, and that simple challenge knocked her down. Clean vision from the referee. But City do get the initiative back again. Zangmo, a tall presence for City up front. Difficult first 15 minutes for her, but finally seems to have relaxed herself into this match. Brilliant one-touch pass there by Ugintomo. Left flank all but open. It is against Ringyangden. Smart decisions. But that final pass, lots of challenge there. It is up against Sunita. Will use her pace once, will use her pace twice, but not quite enough to beat Deshendorka yet again. What an effort from the captain holding up that backline. Holali is up, open in the middle. Challenge from the keeper. Looked to me like it was first contact with the ball, but both of them are down. evaluations as there are two coming in. For THIMPHU City, 17 Pamal Hazin and 15 Somishi Pelmo.
Timothy die extra players to swim in the and then we go to Intermission. Fantastic, yes, also.
My bad. It was Somcharin and Retarai coming in for THIMPHU City. Both players still down. Hulali coming out on top better as the goalkeeper of GELEPHU Girls Academy under 17 is being brought out on a stretcher. It was Kezaz Wangmo. Leela Joshi is playing for the other team. She is out in blue playing for the red team. For the fans of Leela Joshi. Anju Durambeka definitely satisfied with the performance of our girls, but the loss of their starting goalkeeper will definitely be a solid blow to their performance. Their captain has awoken, has not let off any shots against the goalkeeper, but in the few opportunities they have, it has been Keza Wamo saving them time and time again, keeping them at the deadlock where they are right now. There is the substitution for Kezomo. Ugindiki 22 coming in. GELEPHU Academy girls will definitely be a huge blow to their performance going forward. It was a solid 35 minutes they put up against THIMPHU City. But now that their goalkeeper is down, this going forward will truly be the test. Solid clearance there. But it floats right into the back line of THIMPHU City, who does not quite a good job in keeping it in play. Tezito. Gilitsuki. Throw in intercepted, but it will roll right out for yet another throw in as GELEPHU Academy edge ever so closer towards THIMPHU City's goal. Brilliant throw in this time around. Captain midfield Pimachorin has the touch, sets up the run for THIMPHU City on the left flank. Quite a slow challenge there, but enough to knock Kamazama town, and it will be THIMPHU City to restart. Kamazama. Solid shot right towards Holali. Touch a bit too hard as Academy get to reignite their run yet again. Dizzy Itzo is constantly staying offside, but that pass never quite gets there. Pimachorin had that run. But yet again, solid defending from the under 17 Academy girls. struggling to keep it alive. They cannot. And the Academy girls come away with possession. Fantastic job maneuvering through the midfield of Timber City, but that final pass not quite there as there is an interception. And the Academy do a solid job getting it back yet again as they are let loose on that left. Looks like it will be kept on, but not quite. Brilliant setup otherwise from Uginsomo. Brilliant decision as well, keeping it alive with one touch. But it will be yet another throw in for Timber City. The pressure definitely mounting on their shoulders as one of the giants in the Women's National League and as one of the more established sides. Given the performance other teams in RTC, Poro and Transport United put up dominant scoring displays. Keeping clean sheets, keeping at least a minimum of 8 goals against their opposition. Timber City struggling to find a spark in their connection as that clearance from Ila Joshi, not quite enough power, will be sent right back towards the Academy, but they too manage to fumble somehow, and Timber City will get to take advantage of Olali on that right flank. Its way towards a teammate, but Olali is at the other end. Brilliant pass, space for the Academy girls, opening up down on that left, but snatched from the air by Somchorin. Again, another solid clearance sends it right towards the roof. Somchorin definitely coming alive. That right flank, right backside for Timber City being challenged again and again has been the number 4 for Timber City. Coming out on top yet again. Was taken advantage of a couple of times in the first 20 minutes, but Academy will have to find a new avenue, a new lane as that pass snatched. But the sheer hustle from the Academy girls, doing a brilliant job keeping it alive. This time snatches it from Holali. Again, Tenzing Itso will have to be a bit more aware in terms of her positioning. Is not keeping her eye on the last defender and is simply stepping out a couple steps too ahead. Easy call there for the linesman. As Timber City saved from that brilliant pass otherwise from the Academy girls. Somchorin off to the races as that ball loose on that right flank. Karmal the last to touch it. Solid effort from Tenzing Itso yet again. As Kinitsuki will look to find an opening, throw in played off to that left, but it is Sunita they have to beat, who makes a fumble, and the deflection off of Sunita cleared off by Pema. Kinitsuki, plenty of power, but not quite enough to guide it towards a teammate. A City promising fast break, but this time interrupted yet again by Kinenson Sogyal. Back and forth possession. Non-dominant for both teams. As that poke there by Karma sends it right off to Sunita. Holali right up front. But that challenge perfectly timed from Kinenson Sogyal. What a masterclass these Academy girls are putting forth in their defensive efforts as that pass finally towards Holali. Not quite the angle she wanted. Did not have a good look on that ball given the good job Deshindorka did posting her up. Kept that ball as far away. But Holali managed to get a touch in nonetheless. How scary. Her explosiveness and her quick twitch is next level. The Academy Girls find a breakthrough on that left flank, but is recovered back by City and they will be forced to restart. Not much time left. Bilali making a desperate run up front and that left foot sends it right in. Will not be a stalemate. Bilali will not let you do so as she nets it in and puts THIMPHU City Women's up 1-0. Solid pass, solid decision, and what burst of pace to beat her defender, get to the ball before the goalkeeper ever get a sniff of that ball. Solid job from GELEPHU Academy. Again, this is a match of football, but where a scoreline of 1-0 is to be expected. But so far, given the performances of some of the other teams, we have been desensitized to such normal scorelines. We are used to seeing 6, 7, 8 goals by this time. And it feels weird to see only one out there on the scoreline. But anyways, Holali gets her get back. Leela Joshi. Pass played up, intercepted by the Academy Girls. So Pemachurin deflects it off of Pemachurin. And it will be yet another throw-in for the Academy Girls. To expect a little bit of extra time. There it is, 4 more minutes have been added until we see the end of this brilliant half between THIMPHU City and Academy Girls. Brilliant pass played up front, but yet again Kinden Somtogel. Fantastic challenge from the number 10. Brilliant timing, kept it clean, solid judgment, and it will be out for a corner. THIMPHU City so far unable to take advantage of their maturity. But they will get a chance to prove me wrong. Bolali, Pemachurin. Definitely the towering presences inside the box you would want to target. Brilliant lob. Header missed. Pemachurin barely keeps it alive, but will have to play it back. Then one more. Missed pass. And the Academy Girls are off for the races. That pass not quite there towards Chilitzo. Zizo does a brilliant job recovering that pass. Deflected yet again off Tani Wongmo will be another throw-in. Not much time left. That fast break definitely could have been taken advantage of, but that final pass not quite there. As the Academy Girls get yet another throw-in. Well, Lali was almost committed with the triple team there. But the captain and Kinezon will be enough as THIMPHU City regain possession. Back deflected, immediately sent off by Pemachurin. About a minute remain as the Academy Girls City definitely assuming, but they were expecting a walk in the park. RTC dominated against this very side, 8-0. City definitely expecting a walk in the park, but instead they get a hike up to Mount Everest. They do have the advantage. It is 1-0, but it is not comfortable by any means. The academy girls are getting their shots in. They are doing a solid job in build-up, in transition as well. Defensively, no questions with regards to their ability and performance today. As there again, yet another evidence, the ball snatched away from the captain of the Bhutan national team. Pass off to that left by Tanuangmo. Sunita. Back to Tanuangmo. Options opening up. Holali was late to that challenge. Sunita. That challenge perfectly timed yet again. As Descendroka sends it off long. Not much time remains. Sunita with the what brilliance from the academy girls as they push forward in transition. This time they are on side. Pass back, not quite there. It's Bema. And there is the whistle. What an effort, despite conceding that one from Holali. Not much they could have done there against Holali and her ridiculous burst of pace. Anju definitely will have encouraging words for the performance her girls are putting up here today at Changlimitang. What a fantastic job done by these youngsters. An under-17 side from the GELEPHU Girls Academy. Solid performance, keeping THIMPHU City to 1 goal. Leela Joshi, the new signing for THIMPHU City. Not much time to shine, haven't been tested really well. The defense of THIMPHU City doing a great job despite the leaks. But hopefully we do see a couple of tweaks coming from the side of both teams. THIMPHU City will be looking to widen the gap, and GELEPHU Academy will be looking at this point realistically to get back into this match and maybe even get a win in. Definitely surprises in store here at Changlimitang, but do not know for sure. Until then, this was your commentator Ogintresh Doji. Ladies and gentlemen, see you guys after the break.
Dönme sih.
Ucapkan deh.
Jalan ya.
Ini iyileştirme. İyileştirme. Ama şimdi ben iyileştirme. Doğru değil.
Hah?
Acho, 가주다 아주다 또? acho apa sih kan dan Tony dua tanah satu buah. Oh, dengan ada sih kan. Tongkat dua tanah sakit baca cibana. Okay, thank you.
Mongo 같이 나 라도 되고 싶은데. Mongo? 아? 아니 제가 민들랑 이제 내가지. 근데 민두 안 남니 이제 스노우에. 아 왜?
Ladies and gentlemen, Kusankpo, and welcome back again in the second half between THIMPHU City Women's and the GELEPHU Academy Girls on the 17. In the first half, it has been thrilling, no disappointments from the youngsters. The under 17 Academy Girls have put up a solid fight. THIMPHU City, despite their firepower, only managed to net one in the last 5 minutes. Efforts from the way of number 28, Holali Ativo. Made a brilliant left-footed lob over the goalkeeper after a brilliant burst of pace. But at the same time, it is still an ominous scoreline that THIMPHU City never dreamed of. Never dreamed that they would be a part of in this match here. As the Academy Girls doing a great job to deny possession after possession from distance. GELEPHU Girls Academy have lost the starting goalkeeper. Kezwambo, number 1, solid performances in the first few stretches for the Academy Girls, but has been substituted since then. Sunita directly on the goalkeeper. Not much to do there. Calm save there as Academy is being mashed up against unrelenting waves of attacks here after resuming the second half. Solid first half from the young girls. Can they keep their form alive? Slip up. Babichurin there to capitalize. Sunita making that run. Can that pass be timed perfectly? Yes, it is. Sunita slips. Shot. Calm save there. What a pass it was from Babichurin, their captain. After Somcharin, both fresh legs for the side of THIMPHU City were substituted in. Solid clearance there by THIMPHU City right in the middle. Somcharin header perfectly guided towards Holali. Kamuzangmo has that pass off to Sunita, but not quite there. Fortunate for them, that clearance does make its way towards their own side. Karma in the middle, Sunita on the line. There again, the speed we all know and love, number 13 for Sunita delivers that cross. Might have been a bit too far, cleared away by Gunsumo. Zenso was brought in very early for Edaji and has been a crucial part of this strong and solid run by the Academy Girls, as that clearance intercepted early did not leave the ground as Pimachurin sending it off to that left. From distance, Somcharin will not be the effort they like. Seeing more the Academy Girls goalkeeper. There have only been like 3 possessions. The ball was sent forward by the Academy Girls up to Leela Joshi, so she has been quite inactive. Hopefully that does not affect her form when the Academy Girls, which I feel eventually will make their way up front. Easy Easy pass there. Pemachurin back pass. Brilliant. Sunita on the run on that left is against Deshendolkar. 1-on-1. Sunita cuts right back in. Pemachurin. One touch perfectly timed towards Sunita's run. Retarai. Priya on the right, but the pass never made its way there. Anju directing efforts. For the Academy girls, that pass a bit too ambitious, but it does force ball back into deep territory for Timber City. Energy levels look like they are very down for the Academy girls. They have been doing a solid job with their high presses. Their midfield and their forwards doing a brilliant job competing against the experienced Timber City women's side. Not many options. Somo. Retarai with the smart pass back, but Pemachurin does not quite get there. That pass luckily recovered by Karmazongo. Holali. What pace from 28. That partnership with 13. Left-footed delivery. Off to the side. Will be a goal kick for the Academy girls. Close goal there, no contact from Timber City to tap it into the back of the net. Solid 5 minutes after resuming the second half. Brilliant back heel. Pema set up against Somo quite perfectly there, but not quite enough to take advantage of it, as Pemachurin options. Karmazongo in the middle will decide to send it through. Sunita up front, 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper. Extended foot sends it off to that side. What a save! Kesawangmo was subbed out. There was fears about the second goalkeeper, but Ogindiki proving her worth here in Changlemitang. Close call there. Sunita definitely capable of netting that one in, but too much pressure. Not much time for her to process her decisions. Definitely not helped by the efforts from Ogindiki. Sunita, corner. Lali heads it off to the wrong side. Recovered by the Academy girls, but frantic clearance. Pemachurin hands it right back over to Timber City. Delivery right inside Pemachurin, not the touch she wants, and it is sent right back again. Frustrations definitely in the side of the Academy girls as Timber City come at them with blow after blow. This time shot deflected from Karmazongo. Sunita, perfectly timed challenge there from Kilitsoki might have been enough to set that run back a couple of minutes more. From distance, delivery, Pemachurin, header towards Holali. Holali right up there. The goalkeeper, clean challenge, contact with the ball. Timber City is forced to restart again. What an effort from Ogindiki. Holali did a solid job posting up against the goalkeeper, but found the opening to put a challenge in. But already a goalkeeper down for the Academy girls. This is their second goalkeeper. It will be a crucial loss. There is the challenge again, perfectly timed. Again, what a display of effort by the Academy girls. And it is timed that it slowly takes its toll on these young girls' bodies. Fatigue cramps will start to pile up. They are being left no room to take it easy against this established side who are hunting for a plethora of goals which are being denied again and again and again. solid from Ugindeki is shaking it off, toughening it out for the team that desperately needs her presence to close off this match. Definitely realistic chances of them coming back, but even if the score is kept where it is at 1-0, it will be the best they could have done. Definitely, and my respect at this point. City. Pemicharin. Off to Kamazangmo. Decent attempt, but not quite enough to threaten the goalkeeper. Also, as a reminder to the viewers who are simply tuning in right now, THIMPHU City Women's is in red, has the 1-goal lead. Their goalkeeper Leela Joshi, their new signing, in blue. The yellows are the GELEPHU Academy girls under 17, their goalkeeper in purple. What a performance it has been from the youngsters. Their first outing ended up in an 8-0 defeat against RTC Women's. Expected a similar result. Definitely THIMPHU City came in expecting the same as well, but what effort it has been from the girls to keep the scoreline where it is right now at 1-0. The lone goal coming in the 14th minute from Hulali Ativo. New signing up front. Definitely one of the more intimidating forward lineup in the Women's National League. High press there from the Academy girls, but again, the intensity of this match taking its toll on these girls. The energy level not quite the same as it was in the first half. As it has been sent out for a throw-in. Brilliant pass. Might be the breakaway they need. Tomo held on for far too long in that position. Could have exploited the space on that left of his, but well, at this point, as I am saying, definitely a lot of frustrations building up, a lot of fighting going on within their own bodies against their diminishing energy levels. Sunita, pass to Kamazangmo. That connection, a step too back, but will be enough for Sunita to keep possession. Solid challenge there from Zompema. The second effort victorious for THIMPHU City. Pemicharin up front. This time, can it be the chance THIMPHU City desperately are looking for? That challenge a bit heavy, but Sunita sends it right back in. Hulali with the header! And this may very well be the start of a long, long day here at Changlewethang. Brilliant cross in from Sunita, and Hulali with the vertical to get it over the goalkeeper, who almost had her hands on that ball. And it will be THIMPHU City up 2 against the Academy girls 0. Brilliant win by THIMPHU City on that possession. Kamazangmo has permission committing to that run. Holali up front as well, but that pass intercepted cleanly by Chokyomo. Sent right back off. Dezito. Scrambling after that loose ball. You can tell through their body language that their energy reserves were depleted somewhere at the half an hour mark early on. What a job, what resilience. Sunita, shot will be their third. What a strike! Brilliant placement. Plenty of power left, nothing in the tank as she smashed it top left. Two goals in the blink of an eye. But after working so hard, seeing that first one go in from Holali, definitely a crushing blow to their morale. Sunita's effort took them completely by surprise, but the second one, the follow-up from Sunita, should be enough to get their composure back. Definitely a gift from their side, that strike from Sunita. Plenty of space, no contest. As the Academy girls, fantastic job up front. Can they hold on to it? Cleared off by THIMPHU City. Promising footwork sent right back towards Leela Joshi. Strong challenge there. Tarai sends it out middle, not quite there to Holali, but they do manage to get it back. Second pass towards Sunita, not there as well. The Academy girls definitely looking promising, but THIMPHU City has been rejuvenated by those back-to-back goals. They have definitely upped their physicality, they have upped their pace, and they will be hunting for more. Throw-in, definitely a blessing in disguise, might give the opportunity the Academy girls need to regroup their efforts. They have been playing solidly in the first half, played really well for a few minutes into the second half as well. But that throw-in, definitely a chance to regroup, but it is sent long and away for a goal kick for Leela Joshi and THIMPHU City. Job the under-17s have done holding THIMPHU City down to only one goal in the first half. But finally feels like the under-17s are at their breaking point and might be the best chances THIMPHU City can get it to widen the gap as much as they can. Cross inside, intercepted, unfortunate towards THIMPHU City shot. Easy save there. Post goal there, Holali right there if that pass came her way. clash in the under-17s box. It takes yet another player down. Priya got a fantastic shot, but they will require medical attention. She is being helped out. It will be the under-17s with the chance to restart again. Halali high press. Not quite the cooperation she wanted. Lots of options there. Will decide to go for it. Long Sunita will be the first to recover. What quickness on the number 13. Pemachoran, brilliant footwork. Keeps it away from 2. Pass out. Kamazamo sends it right back to Pemachoran. Priya, what a wonderful job there, but that final touch, Teshin Droker, easy read there for the captain. Pemachoran, solid first touch, won it right back off the defender, but that final effort will not keep it alive for Timber City. Opportunity for GELEPHU Academy under 17. Lali gets a foot in. Interception. Great Rai. That final challenge clean sends it right off. No chance there for Reita to go anywhere. Definitely quietened down the energy levels amidst the players. Definitely dropped as well. Much respect to the fight they put up earlier, but at this point they are simply a couple of years too early to have the physical reserves to match up against this squad. Going into this match, it was concerns with regards to how long they would be able to put up a fight for. As Halali right up there, frantic clearance for the academy girls. City. On the other hand, Leela Joshi having to keep herself warm given the lack of activity happening around Timber City's own box. Just seeing the comments, for the tickets it is up to the club. Some clubs do not collect tickets, some clubs do. And today I do believe I saw an ad where taxi drivers and Ajalamas were allowed free entry. But yeah, it is up to the club, as the club that is hosting the home game is responsible for those systems. So yeah, definitely up to the liberty of the club. Ball played long. Bilali with the pace. Rocco with the read, sends it right off, but unfortunate for them, it is Sunita at the edge of the box. Brilliant footwork, keeps it alive. Kamazamo back to Sunita. Deflected right off Holali with the quickness to recover. The referee got right in between, and THIMPHU City will be forced to restart. Kamazamo off to Somchoden. That first touch a bit too strong, and the academy girls will not want to rush this. With that pressure a bit too much. Sompe Machoden sends it right back towards Leela Joshi. Solid attempt at a build up, but solid defending there yet again. Tokadoji being involved yet again and again. Solid performances from her, the captain, and throughout the entirety of their personnel. A completely different look from their first outing against RTC, where it looked hopeless. Anju, definitely solid job with this new team of hers. Sunita looked to deliver yet another cross and deflected, this time off of number 2. Already a brilliant finish on a cross from similar range by Holali. It is Sunita again. Holali right up there. Blitzes from all directions from THIMPHU City. Header for Academy Girls. Holali with the final touch will go out for a goal kick. Delivery from distance, not quite enough as that clearance. Sangatema takes no risks. Will be a throw-in for THIMPHU City. Even in the stands, definitely feeling the burden the harsh first half had on all these players. THIMPHU City, despite their intimidating roster, got no space to operate under the intense pressure. Brilliant job in possession for the under-17 Academy girls. Performance for the ages indeed from these youngsters. As that delivery towards Holali, not the connection they want. It is safe prayer. First shot blocked, triple teamed. The final touch, knee right into the chest, but she is toughing it out. Desperation evident in these players. THIMPHU City in their first outing, 3 goals against Transport United ladies. But right now the scoreline pretty much the same. Even that 1 goal Transport forwarded against THIMPHU City, and own goal unfortunately. As that pass from Karma, not the connection they want. And it will go out for a goal kick. GELEPHU Academy. Solid contact there. THIMPHU City on the back foot, that press not allowing for much options. But smart play there by THIMPHU. And right back to Leela Joshi. The press coming alive from GELEPHU Academy definitely had plenty of time to recover. As Holali breaks free, Kamajoka to beat. Shot saved! What an effort from the goalkeeper, Ugandiki. Desendroka put plenty of pressure on that breakaway by Holali Ativo, but it is 22 to end that run. Sent right back towards the back line for THIMPHU City and right back into Leela Joshi. As it seemed like a substitution is being prepared for THIMPHU City. Right there in the sidelines, waiting for her turn to step into this match here, brilliant match here at Chang Limitam. There again. Holali Ativo on the way to a hat-trick tonight, time and time again by the goalkeeper. Gindiki was substituted in after their starting goalkeeper Kazawangu, who made brilliant saves under her name as well, went down with an injury. There is the substitution. It is 11 Priya Gali who went down earlier. And coming in is Pemyangzom, 18 for THIMPHU City Women's. That THIMPHU City will be switching their flanks up. The new sub, Pemyangzom, will be heading over to that left side, Sunita. In the right flank, equally as dangerous anywhere. Definitely quite a stretch here. Janglimitam not helped by the fact the wind is picking up. It will be hard for these players to maintain their form given the cold and the dying light in this match here. Harsh case especially for Leela Joshi, who isn't seeing much action and is having to do jumping jacks on the spot to keep herself warm. There again, the impact of a brutal first half showing itself for THIMPHU City Women's as well. Karma. Intercepted. Will try from distance. Somo definitely capable of those kinds of shots. This time simply under too much pressure and frustration to put it anywhere near the net. here at Changlimitang, the sun, and saying hi. All of us here at Changlimitang seem like it will not stay for long. Again, simply as an update to the our viewers who are tuning in, Olalia Tivo on her way to a hat-trick, already has 2 goals, plenty of shots to make it 3, but denied again and again. Solid goalkeeping from Ogindeki. The other goal contribution coming from Sunita Rai, an assist and a goal already. Set up that beautiful header for Olalia Tivo and netted one in off of a brilliant strike from the edge of the box. Top pins as well. But it was a similar story against Transport United ladies as well. It was supposed to be a 3-0 victory for Timber City, but an unfortunate own goal made it 1 for Transport United, denying them a clean sheet as the Academy girls on the breakaway at the edge of the box will try. Leela is beat! What a twist in the story here at Changlimitang. And an answer they have. The Academy girls definitely had one coming for them. As I was saying, Timber City definitely showing an obvious drop in terms of energy. But that goal should be enough to wake them back up. Both sides rejuvenated. The reply from GELEPHU Academy definitely not making this a comfortable 3-1 lead for Timber City as Holali up front on the breakaway. Can she make it 3? Might have been a touch too early, but that left foot makes no mistake. And it is a hat-trick for 28, an immediate response. To that goal from the GELEPHU Girls Academy. Holali makes it 3 for herself. Again, as I said, Leela Joshi has not had the most fun here in her start for THIMPHU. And that inactivity definitely contributing to that surprise factor in that shot. It's Bema on that run again. Less than 10 minutes remain. Timber City up 4 against GELEPHU Academy Girls 1. Despite the loss, not a performance that Anju will have too many comments about. These girls are playing their best. And if we look especially at that first half, it is a brilliant match they put on here at Changlimitang today. The only question now is, can they finish the job? There is no time to rest. They have been training for these very matches, and as such it should not be any drop in focus, as they again fantastic clearance. But Holali keeps it alive, and that challenge equally as strong from Kinden Sanam Tsogel. What physicality matched every fiber of strength in Holali, and ended up winning that challenge, receiving the Academy girls from yet another onslaught. But it is a corner. City up to their antics again, and their players doing a solid job blitzing right into the box from the edge. The question now, can Sunita deliver right inside where they want it? Sunita, cross, perfect spin. Pemacharan gets the header in, but off to the side. Easy catch there for Ogindeki. looking to take advantage of their momentum. Possible handball there. Sunita dancing through the academy girls. The pass not quite enough to lead that run. As attention towards Holali as she goes down yet again. I'm surprised there she is playing her level best, which is also inviting the same sort of responses from the academy girls. Amazing how she has managed to stay on her feet given the challenges that were thrown her way. Was double teamed for the start of this game. The academy girls approaching a more zonal type of defense towards containing her as that ball, a bit too much strength, perfect otherwise. Isabella right up there. Brilliant delivery, Holali cannot quite get the contact on that header that she wants. Pemashudin does manage to get it back off to Pemahangzong. Karma. Stolen away by the academy. They will look to launch it forward. Rizipema has the pace. Can she beat Leela is the question. Simply a step back, but it is Ugintomo right back at it. But this time the touch a bit too hard as Holali tries to gain possession. Is triple teamed. Her pace will be enough to beat the press, and that shot placed a bit too far out. Thought that was a goal coming, had that one-on-one. But simply unfortunate, Holali cannot make it for. Unfortunate for Holali at Tivo. Up front will be possession for Tezi Ito. Ito on that run challenge a bit too strong, and it will roll right back towards Leela Joshi. Finally, the activity Leela has been missing the entire game. The academy girls definitely getting closer and closer to a response of their own. Can they make it too? Ball launched right in the middle. Rinzing again. That shot. Leg got clipped. Ugintomo will decide to take it for herself. Challenge. Shoulder in the way of that shot. Will not allow as much power as she can generate. Strong presence in midfield by the academy girls. Clearance failed. Right towards Ugintomo, who will drive from distance, but not the left she wanted. Sunita, Pemacharan. Space in midfield. Smart play there. Setting up that run, intercepted early. Fantastic trajectory on that pass, but even more amazing that read from Sangatema. Committing to Sunita. That throw in, not many options. Does look like it will go the way of the academy girls. Yes, it does. Ugintomo recovers, but Sunita, her burst completely unexpected. Launches right in the middle. That touch not quite enough to direct it towards a teammate, Pemacharan. Stolen off by Ugintomo, and that clearance, desperate. That pass filled with pressure as we near the 90-minute mark. And the signal for additional time. from behind by Chokyongmo. Not quite enough to win possession back from City. And there it is. 3 more minutes have been added until the final whistle to signal the end of this brilliant match between THIMPHU City Women's and GELEPHU Academy Girls under 17s. Sunita will go for it with the left. Almost missed. Goal kick for Ogindiki. Pass a bit too strong. Not the rebound they want. Karma will go for that shot over the crossbar. Right at the center line, it is THIMPHU City Women's with the ball. Pass played forward. Pemachoren this time not the retreat she wanted. Karma. Pemyangzo. Blinding sunlight finally here in Janglemetang. Pemyangzo refuses to be beat. That clearance towards Oginsomo. Pemachoren sized up at that long range. Leela Joshi. The Academy girls definitely getting closer and closer, but at this stage they simply should not panic. Even though the clock is ticking down, it will not serve them well to finish the match. Frustration in their minds as Holali breaks forth. One-on-one denied again. Ogindiki, what a save! Holali expected that goal. Went a bit too casually and the job well done from the goalkeeper. Karma will go at it again from distance. This time will go towards the net. Punched up high. Can there be the clearance? Holali recovers it up front. That challenge. Clean as always, as the referee allows. A goal kick for GELEPHU Academy. The under-17s playing well beyond their years. So much talent. I can only imagine the level they will grow into once they get to the senior team in the academy and up to the proper clubs. Also, to the fans of Bhutanese football, we do have an upcoming match between Tukpas and Women Academy. Tukpa FC are coming off of a solid win against the reigning champions Paro FC 4-0 in dominant fashion. One goal did come by the way of an unfortunate own goal, but it is what it is. They ended up with the 3 points. It is later, 2 hours later at 6 p.m. here, Bhutan time. Maybe a couple of hours, give or take, for our friends in Nepal, friends in India, and our friends in Australia and the world beyond. As we end today's match, THIMPHU City 4, Holali with the hat-trick. Sunita, brilliant performance from her as always, assist and a goal. GELEPHU Academy goal from Rinzapema, their lone goal. But what a job they did here today. Completely expected a blowout going into this match. They proved us strong right in the first half, kept them to only 1 goal. That the remaining 3 goals coming off of the sheer exhaustion they fought against. But beautiful promise from the youngsters. Solid job from Anju. Tactically, not much she will have to do going forward. These kids are where they need to be. Simply a little bit of work in their conditioning will take them a long way. But solid debut again from Leela Joshi, completely taken aback on that shot from the Academy girls. But then again, we do have to understand her. It was 60 minutes, an hour of complete inactivity on the field. And a shot like that, blitzed by the under-17s, took her completely by surprise, had no chance there. But what a night it was, what a day it was for Halali. As Timber City gets yet another victory. Their first win against Transport United Ladies, 3-1 this time, 4-1. Solid outing. In terms of goal difference, they are second, I believe, right behind RTC, who have 8, both clean sheets combined for a total of 16, both 6 points. But a lot more to do to sort these tiers out. But until then, beautiful football from the under-17s. Again, once a shout out to all their players, both their goalkeepers as well. Until then, until the next match, this was your commentator Ogunja Shitoji signing off for the game.